right now.
All right.
Blood, sweat, and tears coming.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have Bobby along. She can
Be nice.
be the. Be nice. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, let's take it at the top, starting with his name.
Okay. Go ahead and say your name and then spell your name and then give us the date.
Melvin Turner, Melvinturner. Today is October the 4th.
So when growing up, what influences did you have that led to your life of addiction?
I guess it came from a broken home, a father not being there, my mother getting married, and the abuse started at that time, and that's what pushed me out the door. Didn't want to be around my family at that point in time because it was all ugliness. And I turned to my friends, which their influence was drugs at the time, and me not having a father or having anybody else to turn to, I turned to my friends and looked to them and started doing what they were doing. And it started with just weed, and just started smoking pot, and then it started doing mushrooms and started doing more drugs, and led me to a 13-year, probably longer than that, spiral. Ended up moving around a lot. I came to Oklahoma and I started selling drugs, and just started living the life just of a criminal, I guess you could call it, and ended up going to jail, in and out of penitentiary 3 times. Finally, I came to the end of my ropes, you know. Well, one thing I can honestly say that through it all, my mother was always involved in church. Whenever she was going through something or whatever, she would turn to anything, she would always turn to her church, and that always led me. She would always keep me in church as a kid. So she planted the seed early, so I'm thankful for that. Came to a point in my life right now, 7 months ago, and I was just broken. Called out to my mother, told her I just needed some help. And she knew about this place. She had heard about it on the radio and a couple of her friends, which led to me coming to Teen Challenge and not really knowing what I was facing. But when I got here, I started, I learned about, you know, what God was doing in my life, and started growing in my relationship with God, growing a little bit closer and getting to know Him. And at first I was just like, I'm gonna stay 6 months because it was a year-long program. And once the 6 months came along, you know, it was a fight. It was a fight the whole 6 months. But after that 6 months, you know, I was just like, you know what? God's been really doing some work, and I want to see what He's gonna do if I complete this program. And it's led me to where I am today, where He's continuing to work on my life. And so grateful for programs like this. And it's not only the program, but that, you know, God is real, and that He's working, He's alive and well, and we just have to trust and believe that if we put our faith in Him, we can overcome every and anything. And it's great. I mean, I thank God for that.
Whenever you were ready to say like enough is enough and really kind of had that realization of this direction I'm going isn't going to be a good one at the end of the road, what were all those emotions you were feeling during that time of?
I was broken. I was broken. I was torn. I was lost. I was lonely. And through that time, you know, I could always look myself in the mirror and say I was just a much better person than that. You know, I wasn't the person that I was being. And, you know, I knew there was just something telling me that, you know, I'm so much better than the guy that I am. You know, I was broken. And I guess that's what it took for me. It took that for me because, you know, it's led me to I have to be broken down to come back to this reality that, and you know, living in the drugs, you know, it it's just a false security. And I mean, the feelings, you know, they're gone away for a second, and then, you know, you wake up the next morning and everything is still there.
So whenever you came to the program, what were some things that stuck out that let you know that this place is different than the other places, or like what was it that let you know that yeah, so
It was the fact, I think a lot to do with it was the fact that they put God into the equation. And I felt like any program that's going to put God into the equation, and that's going to actually live by that, not only speak that, but live by that, and that's their code, it has to be something that everyone has to respect. So I learned to respect it as well.
so not to say that God isn't the most important part of the program, but is there are there any things that are non-spiritual, I guess you'd say, that kind of help aid in that kind of environment that
Well, it teaches you structure. That's a good thing. You know, you learn to have responsibility and to be you know, when you're coming off the streets into a program like this and you don't have any structure and you don't know where you're going, it's good to have a place where you can come and you can feel like you're a normal person again. You get up and you go to work every day, and you take integrity in the things that you do, and you learn to become a leader and lead by example and just do things that's honorable. You know, it's totally different than something that you would do if you're living the life on the streets.
so what was the deciding factor that made you realize that you have to go into
Well, for me, about a month before I came in here, I was high and got really high one day and was driving on the highway and flipped the car on the turnpike doing about 75 and you know, walked out of it with a scratch. The airbags were deployed, the roof was caved in, all the windows were broken, and I didn't have a scratch on me. And at that point I knew it was by the grace of God. It was a miracle that I'm still here, because the people, you know, the ambulance and the police, they said they've seen so much less and people have been hurt so much worse. And for me to walk away without a scratch was only by the grace of God. I knew it was time then, for sure.
so what was the first experience you had when you walked into the doors of Teen Challenge? Like was it like a culture shock? Was it just
It was the unexpected, you know, but the people welcomed me. Guys came up and introduced themselves. They made me comfortable. They implicated the rules to me, and they showed me them. They not only told me, they showed me. You know, they abide by them as well, and got close to a lot of the guys. You know, so it was like a brotherhood.
what did it look like whenever you learned to receive that kind of atmosphere as opposed to the atmosphere of the lies, the cheating, the drugs? Like what did that transition look like personally? Like what were you feeling at that time?
I guess it was when, you know, I started to. They put you in a position of leadership, and the program starts showing their trust towards you, and then that you're in a place where you have to start leading by example. And the guys that come before you, you see what they were trying to tell you and the things that they were doing all along, and now you're in that position, so you have to, I guess, carry the torch now. So that was, you know, something that helped me to see the change in myself.
So what have you gained by exercising the principles of biblical structure in like your day-to-day life? Like how do you apply those things to yourself?
step outside of myself more. I try to think less of me and become more for others.
Pause. Okay.
You can say that again.
Let's start over with the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to start over. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
I try to think less of myself and think more of others. Stepping outside of myself each day is something that I try to practice, and I try to remain humble, for sure. You know, that's some of the things that I try to do things with love, for sure.
So what is, how is your life different now than it was 5 years ago?
You know, I have my family back first and foremost. They can see the change in me, but I just know in my heart that God has something in store. Right now, I'm still here and I really can't see what's in store, but I know that my trust has been restored. I know that I have faith that everything is going to work out, and I know that I feel so much better. It's a heart check. I feel like I've gotten a lot of the things that's hindered me in my past. I've taken a look at, and now I know how to cope with them and deal with them. And I know that sometimes, some of the things I feel, I just know how to push those away and just not bottle them up, but to deal with them and face them, whatever the problems may be, and just to continue on.
You learned that where?
The Teen Challenge,
At Adult Teen Challenge of Central Oklahoma?
Central Oklahoma Adult Teen Challenge,
No, Adult and Teen Challenge of Central Oklahoma.
Adult and Teen Challenge of Central Oklahoma.
What are your goals now after graduating?
As of right now, just to find me a career, maybe go back to school and have a career.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you right there. Could you answer this question like my goals are?
Okay.
My goals are when after I graduate, because we're not going to include either of us is in it. So to narrate, you're gonna have to be kind of grounded right there.
Okay.
That's something that caught in your whiskers, but they're on.
Yeah. So talk about your goals once you graduate Teen Challenge.
My goal is to have a career, go back to school, and be a better father to my children. I'm just trusting that whatever God has in store for me is going to be, whatever I need to do.
Talk to yourself 5 years ago. What would you say?
What am I going to do? I can't believe that I'm in the position that I'm in now. I don't know how it's come to this. I don't know why God is doing this to me. I'm just broken. I'm lost. I'm lonely, and I just need some help. I don't know what to do.
And now, what would you say?
Thank God for everything, for His grace and His mercy, and just watching over me through every step of the way. I'm just so thankful for everything that He's doing in my life, everything that He's gonna do in my life. It's just unimaginable. The limits are unlimited right now for me.
How do you take this off of the tripod? I'm gonna do headphones.
The one I've been reading right now is I want to say Philippians. I don't want to be wrong. I want to say Philippians 4:7. I'm not good at.
What's the verse?
I've learned to be content in every situation. 4:6. Yeah, I've learned to be content in every situation. Not that I'm in need.
So summarize your life in 2 paragraphs.
My life has been. I've had a I can honestly say I've had a full life. It's been full of ups and downs, but without the struggles, I wouldn't know the joy. I feel like that was part of the ministry of God. He looked for the people that were struggling the most and brought them out of their pain and showed them the joy and the peace of God. And that's part of my life right now. That's where I'm at. He took me out of everything, and he's brought me to a place that I don't even, I just can't fathom right now. I'm at a place of awe right now, and I'm just so thankful, so thankful.
Anything else on that you can think? Could you say, if you could give a tagline to Teen Challenge, what would it be?
If I could what?
Give a tagline like Teen Challenge made me into the man that I am today, or something like that.
Teen Challenge has,
And could you look at Sam out of the floor?
oh, sorry. Teen Challenge has changed my life. It has really, really been a blessing. I don't know.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So, Teen Challenge is just, it's been a place. Teen Challenge has been a great place for me to find myself, to restore my hope and my future, and I'm just really thankful for places like this.
Definitely changes your perspective on lots of things.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think we're good. I'm gonna get a couple shots of you just not talking, and then, Bobby, how are you on time? Do you need?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, my phone was on Do Not Disturb. I don't know why.
It's okay. Did you get that presidential alert? It was like 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get some extra shots, and I'll kind of tell you what to do.
Okay.
Right now, I want you seated right there.
Okay.
And, yeah, this is gonna be filler footage. And then we'll go outside, and I wanna get some photos, aerial photos with the drone, and just kind of walk around and stuff like that.
Careful, it's not political.
I hope I did okay.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of nervous
You
there.
kinda answered a few of the questions I was gonna ask you anyway.
Alrighty.
You really have to ask them.
Okay, so looks dead straight ahead.
I'll get another shot, sorry. say your name and then spell your name.
Melvin Turner, MELVINTURNER.
And what's today's date?
It is the 4th of October.
When you grow up?
Her lunch is over.
Guys applauding.
Okay, lunch is over too. It might be fixed one. Okay. So when growing up, what influences did you have that led you into a life of addiction or any kind of problems you had?
My peers, my friends,
You want me to talk to him about rolls? Just tell him to walk softly.
If we could tell him to pause or stop or be more quiet, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
You think that's
I can
possible or?
do it. Oh, I can do it.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
don't know how well they'll receive it.
All Sam's life in Team Challenge and led up to this moment, confronting the AC guys.
all the work, all the hard work, huh?